I'm sorry to do this, but I can't go without you anymore. I just took a fresh shower in these rains that dance as blossoms, beginning my letters to my most renowned love, a love impossible as butterflies that would go there, to the sky, attracted to sunlight, how in this cocoon of this castle and my residence, a dungeon of books and arts of exquisite tastes, where roam people who say I beg with a golden cup, or adorn my eyes with compliments. And in this rain then of today and woe, and tears and bleeding and a rainy cloud, and I stood in it. And came a little bit to my senses, if this is humanly possible in my, or our situation as it stands right. No raindrop ever missed me, and you have told me that you missed me. You literally said that. It is the literal accomplishment of genius and friendship, more akin to any story that I know, where it is the opposite of eating dirt and liking it. What you did, this last meeting, your goodbye, meant the world to me. It's once upon a time when you read this, and I'll try not to post anything on your distant plains, sending messengers until that time. I mean, do you care just a slight bit too much about me? Your very, again, unprofessional, delightful effort in inviting me over didn't do us a lot of good, did it? The tension was exacerbating. I hope you have enjoyed your trip to Sethafrahia. Dear me, if you say you feel awful without me, I swear, I cannot survive that. This is not humane. Do you believe me? You know what this castle of lie is? Where we met, where I stowed in cages as the future. And accused of hate, when nothing I did was to defend love. Defend love with hate, yes. That is done. Hate is the armor of love. But it is still the armor in which love walks. I walked into the castle of lie, saying there is a problem with time. After that I revolted. Nah, that is not delusional. I am not delusional. Everything is delusional. They admit everything is an illusion. They just think the norm stinks. Like that movie Future World. Which we will see then. Together. There is a machine of the future, keeping the world of rot alive. Maybe it's the worthlessness everyone craves. The norm believes is as sending panthers into the fire. It's like the sheep who dance around it, bleeding against the destiny and the future. Sheep's tastes, sheep visions. You could do one thing, and that is to spoil me with your amazing presence, with all these smiles and your looks. You can even stare so dumb again at the sailing, oh my God, what are you doing to me? Everything about you is pure Dutz, Vulen v Linder, and dear and hurt, isn't it? You could also very much support me and help me in my work, which is all these ecologic and aesthetic ideas. And you could do that by meeting me outside of Castle of Lie. If there is any remnant of what we had when we met before your trip, then I don't think you will mind so much. Hey, I love you so much. I know I'm a bit old and worn and not exactly relationship material, so I won't blame you, okay? But I need to see you outside of this stinking cesspit of toxic monks, priests, and nuns, and toxic control and conditioning. Now it's my turn to invite you, okay? In the real world, perhaps. I'm sorry so much for what I did. When I saw you there, but it grew from there. Now we know what we have in each other. So, I'm so sorry you left to your trip, with mixed feelings, perhaps, right? Awe. And I'm so sorry I'm a bit late on trying to deal with this, as I didn't want to intrude. But, relationship material or not, we need to be together for a bit. This shouldn't be the most miserable time of our lives, Awa, when I see you. You know your expressions are such an intoxicating presence of your mind life, and it's such a beauty in your skull, hey. This has to happen. You know it. You know you should support me. You know you want to watch the mayor with me. You know you want to be pulled into my world. And you know I desperately need that. To have a true company in there. So it'd still be kinda professional. But we be very gentle and kind as we should, and as I think you especially deserve after I saw all that there when I came to visit you. I just felt a little excluded, it was a little tactless, but I have a lot of pressure, And I didn't feel like we could share this all in such a profound way when you just go, "Oh no, we can't have a relationship. Just be the best you that you can be for me, okay? That will be plenty. Don't mention this relationship thingy anymore." I had platonic relationships before, you know. When I was a lot more potent than now. Not that you need to know, of course, but hey. What you did, and all these things that went on, were breathtaking, and it made it 1,000 times worse, and you know it. So let's not keep wrecking ourselves. Here I was thinking I was loving you all by myself. Here I was thinking you just felt a little comfortable. Okay, you have gotten me completely and utterly in love with you now. I don't mind if you just miss me and like me dearly. But then still, this psychiatry shouldn't mess with us and its toxic attitude. I beg you. I will thank you eternally. If you are willing to be my dear, dear friend, cause I need you desperately. I have a lot of stress and pressure, and yeah, laying my head against your head would really take this away from me. No relationship. Just let me melt into you brutal dummy. I think you would like to do that. And I think I need that more than anything right now. I mean, for the sake of lie. You need to help me. It's your priestess of lie oath. And for what I do for this earth, you need to be around. You really think I'm delusional? When you saw my crying for the world without souls, you thought I was delusional, right? No. You have any idea how close we are to the end? If you studied all the material underground. Anyway, yes, I just said they should make the machine bigger for proper view. Listen. It's absolutely true. That ironically, you have to help me. That is your profession. Ironically. And I can see you tear up. Saying this is a dead end. And you feel rotten again. So, these are things we both can't accept. Now I realize you might have had a pleasant journey so far and to me, to the other side of time, missed like the end of a story of such intoxicating, wounding despair. And that you forgot all about me. And now I'm here again giving you issues. Upon your return. When you read this wretched story of my hand. When you realize what I made. But you gave me issues with seeing me before the trip. You gave me some serious issues. I don't care if you don't love me. I just need to be with you cause of everything I said. You are so generous and good and kind and quirky. And everything on top, I absolutely adore you. I can't very well let that go. And then you consider all these times I made you feel bad, just the tragedy of our situation. I want to blow things up in the castle of lies sometimes, well, oftentimes. And it was not fair to pull you into that. I just wish I could break you off from it, I guess. Like a piece of ice. The magic of the relationship, which you hold so dear, will be respected. But you know and realize and feel that this whole institution is not what it's cooked as to be. It's the spirit of the time. You think the angels Epherethiel or Ignae in the past, with their dreary and spiritual isopoems, bringing these castles of lies to rise, would hold someone if they loved someone and they were their patients. I will need to read you a lot of romantic BOOKS. To forget, psychosis, delusions, whatever it's called in worse or ancient ways, the magic is wrought. It kept getting wroughter at the discourse of reality, an enlightenment that was never that, and in which I toil and pull, and which you know I must rise above. And what that is, and reality and what that is supposed to be according to regular people. Chapter 1. The first day. So once Anish Shai would sign over a paper to get hired by an academy. Now they need all these rules, and no genius can get through. And these rules are supposed to be science. They're corrupt magic of a failing agnosticism that creates emptiness. How in their years of their belligerence at me have they tore me down to the depths where I knew absolutely that what they told was the lost cause, and that attracted me somehow, to find the holy and bountiful which I consider an equal kind, or what in the future will appear, a kinship more excruciating and impossible. Indeed, the bullying never stops, it never stops. And this science is supposed to keep our bond apart. What an obsolete magic. How futile. What lands do they mean to invent for perfect opposites, or particles who are connected as you admitted? Something I didn't think or had been aware it could ever be said or pronounced or felt. What you did none has did, what you said none had said. I dread that your cake companies were only that. But I thank them, because that was my holy moment, was on which I will bestow them, and you and everyone they will love with a whole largest ship, full, stowed its lower decks with cakes. And feed them so. Whipped cream all around. Even for doctors, who had cursed me so perfectly. For the time and position, that me I am here and now here. As certain as that, once upon a time has once and time in it, and that means that love's woes of infinity will one day end, which is reasonably comforting for what I am and am becoming. As I become as I crave and battle my transformation, or transformations so many. And this bond that is apart now is supposed to make us both miserable. Dear trail. Een doodspor en hojidar zat. Zeg nu nog, dat vrouwen niet passief zijn. You should have learnt the first word that is needed in Dutch. And look at it more often. A cocoon. A butterfly, like myself, never remains and can cast any stigma of this castle of lie. I'm already cleaned. There is no vestige of verdict that I am a danger to myself or others. The rest is futile. There is no vestige of verdict anymore that I am a danger to myself or to others. The verdict was always just that crafted by norm souls of lie. This devise is merely a cocoon. Where I lay for you. Where I made a curtsy for you. Where I spawn. So lucky you caught me at the very end. And we're part of this clock called reality. What a mechanism, no. I can't lose you either in explaining the urgence of this revolt. This all both of us being kinda, a little bit in love or something, is clouding our judgment, then we think we need to build something and such. But this is not possible anyway. We need a grand makeover. I didn't choose this myself either. But I'm well here, I assure you. I've been here more often. And I'm a free patient, you know. I could leave if I get a lawyer, finally get off this medication, or these potions of magic. Medication would instill the notion of any illness, like it is a not passing and very real remedy. If they can clearly see it was already 15 years for just throwing a printing press down the staircase, because my machine to build the mayor a new portal was ain't working, and I was totally secluded. But I am secluded now. From you. And no, I can't handle this as a dead trail either. Now you truly did too much damage, ha ha ha. And you know it. You really did it. Now I suffer because you suffer. Do you understand that? I thought I loved you alone. But you miss me. And you sit there sobbing. You sat there sobbing. And I can't tolerate me making you unhappy. I can't bear that, no please. That's so heavy. And you saying, I let you too close. As if there is some kind of free will there. These things happen. Our first encounter was so absurd. I can't believe we didn't see it. So funny. I thought this would be like before. You staring at me. Like a child to a pie. But, have we evolved? Now we both going to want to die. Forever. Or we do something about this situation, okay? Because this is not okay. These etiquettes, what situation did we get ourselves into? Not that I am a mental patient. Not that you are a psychologist. But how, with these rules, will we both ever find a balance that we need? Now I trust that you will reply in some spirited moment in this long eternity. 100% right, we will do something about this. Because frankly, after what I have seen in you, I can't bear not holding you and giving you a very tight hug. I mean, I think the world will come to an end. By people following rules. By there not being an aristocracy to decide where things go. And here we are. Stuck with the status quo again. Ruining our very heart's solace right now. It's neat and tidy if you believe in the rules. But if you resist them, the puss comes out. Like I am a living testament too. You can see people go sour. And this puss will only become worse. You and me have to make a stand. We can do this. I can do this with your help. With your support. Now I know the portal sucks. The portal with which we called each other onto misery, as much as my portal of the mayor right now. After 15 years of trying to set it up. This Eris machine, dream machine, beauty machine, or Eris matrix destroyer. We'll work on it. It needs to work. All these underground legions are waiting. I gave you the lyrics, they're magic, and poetry sullen with defiance. Read them again, please. I'm trying not to be unhappy thinking you'll miss me on your trip now. Once upon a time has just started. And yeah, the letters coming in, you block that, I get that. But what did you pull me into? Now it's really a lot worse. I mean, I loved you. But that was playful still. Nah. Before I was occasionally drunk. Nah. I'm floating in the room with every fiber, almost split apart. But you also pulled me into your unhappiness missing, which is so bloody unbearable. I didn't know that, how could I know? I mean, I thought you liked me more than the usual person. But not this. Whatever your beautiful heart desires. You must have that, you got that. I will not tolerate no martyr maiden missing me like that. My world is in tatters. I was working so well. And now, you just pull my heart to you completely. And I cannot think of anything else. Like my worlds are not real anymore. And only you exist. How I hurt you with my letters. And now hurt, missing me. And now the torment really reversed on me. And now I truly and truly began to care. Stoned. I must sleep. So damn professional indeed, haha. Wants to see me before hurt journey. And with her charms and all her sobbing. Gives me a monster of an affectionate overload for her. Bravest of the psychologists, dares to color outside the lines. Caring, yes. Most naive of all the psychologists. Because she is conflicted about treating patients with her little notebook. I mean, as if this wasn't a conditioning control camp run by the subject rule. You know, again, I told you this right. Typical people get the same kicks out of the modular tasks. Atypical are a little off the charts. Doesn't that qualify as meriting therapeutical value? Are you an NPC? Are you a non-personality or non-playable character? I didn't think so. Well, you're a bit of a vacuum. And as I said, and insisted, those books are going to make a mess of you. I got better books. The vampire myth they would be on to you would have chosen that because of me. I told you, it begins with the Rakalak and the Strigo in ancient W.G. Rurhius. But the books to define something as the other. How you suffer because of that. How I must pull out. And having to pull everyone out. But the end of reality has insanity below hell. And Anithena is here already. But below is now rising. It is rising. They are all summoned. Anithena had such a long journey. But these legions, they are something to rise so high. You starting to like them too. The books left to oblivion. How skeptical you are over rotten old books. Just the hurch who never read a thing. Whereas I have read most things worth, and all the right sentences to be on this split second in this sentence, haha. Do books even exist? To you. Haha. Sentences everywhere. Books do not exist. Books are not bound by the pages on which their letters are printed, you know. You will see myths and figments and tailies of the mayor, that screens as they call it. They are quite interesting. You just a little presumptuous. Now we're humans. Well, we are devils and succubus maybe. Maybe this is how devils and succubus are spawned. Like how can this be, conflicted, this thing we have now? I take you seriously. That's how I found such love for you. This has become a bit of an existential crisis, right now for myself. And for you apparently. So, Please do take my world seriously, then as well. Don't just say yeah, whatever. I mean, you can say that about games, advertisement, entertainment, how you consume waste. My deepest wish and pleasure would be that there is so much greed in you for these ecological projects, for this earth restoration, without which we both, our love, will be totally lost and in vain. Now you know this. So let's fight. Together. Against the world, then as you so hesitantly scrutinized and rejected at first. You and me against the world, you said. Not really. It seems as if we found ourselves exactly in that position. And it seems like this journey you now went and fleeing from all was far destined, but indeed a unresolve, for that you have been bestowed that mission you had carelessly rejected. And that's what I need from you. That is what the world needs from you. You lost thing. You lost thing. Not for you to consider the conflicts of psychologists, to care for patients. I need you to go even more insane than you already were. You even blushed, just to make it complete. Got all nervous again and giggled. You know, as a philosopher, and a hopeless romantic by that, which makes matters worse. I find it all terribly hard to grasp. What on earth did they give you to study? I mean, even Alicia, the second Alesia of Ang, the first being the first angel of Ang, apart front a first battle angel of Ang, handles me more intelligently than you do. You just haven't got a clue. It's amazing. You are so vacuous. You just operate on the sheer beauty of your soul, I swear. But as far as wisdom or knowledge, you are as innocent as they come. And we need to fix that. And somehow, we all know how we and who will fix that. For that, I need to see you. Suddenly, every feature that makes you unique strikes me as the most important and heavenly thing in this universe. Including that look at the sailing, and just everything, this package, bringing it before me to watch just doesn't get at all tiresome. Tell me it didn't pass. What have you done to me? This is just the first night.